Hey Aquarius, welcome to your April general reading. In this reading, look forward to me diving into whatever needs to be prioritized in your energy. This is ultimately meant to help you stay on course and on track for your greater good. Let's get into it. If you know anything about my readings and how they work, you have 3 exciting things to look forward to during these readings. First, that includes a soundtrack. If you'd like to take advantage of that, those songs that I've provided just below are linked to this reading energetically, so you'd get more from that. And I will charm cast, so you'll get more from that towards the end. And at the very end of this reading, look forward to a clear yes or no answer to a question maybe you've been pondering for a while, or a question that comes up during this reading. Okay, Aquarius, I'm excited to get into your reading, help you out in the month of April. Let's get into it. It's a gloomy day where I live, so the lighting may be a little funky, and I apologize, but let's do this. Okay, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. I am first starting with the Oracle, and from this, I'm defining what's going on in the in-between, kind of what's looming around your energy to help me get clarity. Oh yeah, starting the music. Hold on. One, two, three. If that is if that means something to you, there is definitely growth happening, like fast growth. Okay, your first song for this is for this reading is Kiss from a Rose. That is specifically, I don't think I've ever announced it, but my twin flame song. So I don't want to get controversial. There's so many opinions about the twin flame energy and the connection itself, but I can tell you, if you believe in it, that's what we're talking about. It looks like the feminine energy is kind of stepping into her prime, and from this, calling in her masculine. Enough about that. And if you've ever seen the original or the first Batman, this song was actually the first time I heard it. My wild obsession with Batman when I was younger. Okay, so Sun, strength and empowerment. It looks like you are finding your power. There is this longing, separation energy. Ultimately, you are looking to build some major foundation. You're looking to build here. You're looking to form something solid. You're living it apart from this energy, where you want to create a solid foundation. This is the hard part. This is where you're sensing you're not really seeing clearly in this energy currently. This is the questionable part. This is the part that's keeping you in the dark. Okay, how does Aquarius feel? What are they specifically going through in this reading? The energy that I'm picking up on. Hustler. So you're really working hard to make the dime, make the money, working hard, and you're trying to keep up, stay happy, stay positive. You feel like there's a lot of pressure riding on you currently, and you are living in this transition. This is the black and white, led by a major amount of passion. A love offer. Okay. And you're ready to actually give into this with an adventurous heart, looking to seek what possibilities are in this, and you're ready to explore. You're ready to actually dive into this. This interaction is extremely flirtatious. There is a connection that you are hanging out with in the month of April. Ultimately, a lot of flirting, a lot of communication, a lot of DMs back and forth. Ultimately, in this energy, you are feeling this 50-50 energy. Part of it, you are so fired up and you feel romance, you feel the passion, you feel this attraction. But at the same time, there's so much attraction that it makes you feel fluttery. It makes you feel the butterflies. It makes you feel Twitter-pated. Ultimately, there's this purity surrounding this emotional situation, this possibility, this love, this kind of flirty energy in the month of April. Ultimately, it's important for you to keep on working hard, still create every single day. You're trying to build more and more, stay on that course, but at the same time dealing with a massive transition. Ultimately, you're trying to stay positive. You're trying to not deal with anything gray. And when I say that, whenever I speak of that, there's this darkness and this light in your situation, the pure dark and the pure light in your situation, the white and black. Ultimately, in the gray, you don't want to deal with the things that don't matter, the gray. Ultimately, you're only wanting to deal with your yin and your yang, your polarity when it comes to your self-seeking who it is that you want. You are truly trying to find something to grow off of. It looks like you are working on that, and in this energy, the energy that you're currently living in, you feel empowered. You feel so empowered to the point where you feel this encouragement, this bravery, this fire helping you kind of reach where it is that you're going to see, where it is that you're going to reveal what it is that's meant for you. You are no longer you're not wanting to live in this separation. You don't want to be apart from this energy, and this longing is exactly kind of what you have focused on. Ultimately, kind of revealing what it is that you clearly need to work on, rebuilding, restructuring what it is that you want. So that's what I get from the Oracle. Next, moving to the Tarot. From this, I will define what is happening in the heart of your situation and what you have to look forward to ultimately as an outcome. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. The only thing that's going to bring you out of this is happiness, is joy, is actually seeing this ray of sunshine, this hope. It's coming out. I can tell you that. All right, Aquarius, from the heart of the matter, what's going on? The Seven of Pentacles, what's crossing you energetically in the month of March? April, I'm sorry, in the month of April. the strength, I felt that. It's almost like you're really ready to get serious and see what your compassionate self does with this situation. What's on top of your situation is the Four of Pentacles. What's on bottom of your situation? I hope you're enjoying the song list. There's a few beautiful songs that are currently in the happening. Right now I'm listening to Chris Cornell, Patience. What's happened in the past? The Knight of Swords. What are you stepping into in the near future? What's happened in your energy? What's below you is the Death, just to let you know. And what you're stepping into in the near future is the Tower. Who do you represent in this reading? Aquarius. Who do you represent in April? Aquarius. The King of Swords. What are you stepping into energetically with an outside influence? It looks like your energy really missed somebody, or you really miss. Okay, hold on. Who are you in this reading, please? Aquarius. You are the High Priestess. You're so aware of what's going on right now. It's almost like you are privy to everything. You can see, you are the most clear. You are the one with the answers. It's important for you to follow your intuition, to not be influenced other than your source, what it is that you believe in, your mind's eye, what it is that you hope and you fear in this situation is the Eight of Pentacles. And what is the outcome for Aquarius, please, in the month of April? Outcome for April for the sign of Aquarius. The outcome for Aquarius in April, please. The Nine of Cups. Okay. Let me question that. At the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. It looks like you're coming out of your shell. You're ready to actually put some movement into this. You're actually ready to make the first move. You're ready to actually take the first step into this situation. Let me take a look at this. Make sure that everything is clear for me. Okay, I have everything straight. So, it looks like Aquarius. What's happened in the past? Stepping into this energy, leading up to this situation. You are going through a major transformation in your life currently, to the point where what you are stepping out of is no longer familiar because it's your past. It no longer serves you. It no longer energetically is a part of you. But through this transition, you are feeling this sense of missing something. Something is missing. And ultimately, you feel this separation, and it's keeping you in the gray. It's important for you. You are prioritizing the need to build a major foundation, to structure your life, to create something solid. So you're staying positive, you're keeping up with what's going on, you're working really hard on your money. Your work is your priority right now. Ultimately, it looks like what's kind of distracting you, what's kind of hanging over you, what's the bigger picture, whether or not you want it to be. But ultimately, romance is hanging over your situation. There is a love offer that is in its aura, in its energy, it is gentle and kind, but the way that it's coming across is very sexy, very pronounced. Ultimately, there's a lot of flirtatious energy happening at a distance. From this, you feel this sense of adventure. You feel like you're being pointed in the right direction, like you're ready to go on this adventure and see where it goes. You, in the heart of your situation, is the Seven of Pentacles. This is what you're focusing right now, is on whether or not the juice is worth the squeeze, whether or not you want to continue putting into this. You've understood what it is, what it's meant for. Like if you want to put this into a romantic perspective, ultimately you know that it's that you're attracted to it, it's attracted back. You know that there's potential if you put into it. This is the question, whether or not you're pondering whether or not you want to put into this to see what happens. Ultimately, what's crossing you energetically, this is the energy that is consuming you. It's like you have this sense, this courage, this overwhelming need to kind of tame the beast. There has been this almost animalistic energy surrounding you and the direction that you're going, and it's almost like a bull with horns, just like with his eyes, just like, you know, that psychopathic look where it just, you know, ultimately you're kind of trying to tame this beast in understanding that compassion is important to your situation, and compassion in itself is the key. It is the answer to what it is that you want. What's happened recently, stepping into this situation, is the Knight of Swords, and it's stuck in the reverse. With this being said, there was some type of offer that was on its way, some passionate energy that felt fiery with nothing holding it back. It was like almost like truth was its bearing news, and it came so fast and so passionately to the point where it caused a bit too much confusion and chaos, and sort of a disillusion in the direction that you're going. So take it as it resonates, but ultimately that's what you're stepping out of. I feel like this is what's making you question whether or not this is worth putting into. Ultimately, your heart says you need to look at this from a compassionate point of view, from your feeling, from your heart, ultimately taming what is proofed up, what's protective, what is the lion's roar. Moving on, what you're stepping out of, the lesson that you've learned through this transformation. It looks like this is the energy that you've been living in for a while. You have been living in your transformation. You have been kind of grieving and currently working on whether or not this gets easier, whether or not life has a purpose, whether or not you have a direction to go. But I can tell you there's some things that are holding you back from your past, and ultimately these things need to be shed. And from this, you will, your new life, your new structure, what it is that you want from this clear ending from your past, you're looking towards this transformation and what it actually looks like. Yes, you understand from your past that you are stepping away from something that was clearly over, and from this you're motioning towards what potential you have in this transition, ultimately revealing a rebirth. You are able to see something completely different from what you had in the past, and from this there are a lot of lessons being applied to your new situation. It's about you actually experiencing this tower moment, and that is ultimately what you're stepping into. It looks like in the future, ultimately, no, I'm going to talk about what you need to prioritize first. So with the Four of Pentacles, ultimately, this is in the position that it holds. It's important for you to find stability and actually find something to invest in. Actually, you have something to give here. You have something really, really, really important to give here. And it can't be taken for granted. It can't, you're really protective of it, as you should be. You've worked really hard for this, but you're open to kind of look at the possibilities. You're ready to kind of accept that you are worth this, and because you're so worth it, you are the payday. You are literally a good investment. That is what this card is saying. You're ready to actually put into this and see what is to come. You're ready to help this situation and give into it. It looks like you are kind of the help in this situation. It's almost like if there's anything that is needed here, you have what it takes to help this situation, and that is truly what needs to be prioritized. With this Four of Pentacles in itself, the meaning of the card is working on your stability. And again, with this structure, this forming your structure, solid foundation card, again, it's really important for you for this to be real. This has to be real. What you're moving into, what you represent in this reading, is the King of Swords. With the King of Swords coming out in the upright position, it's important for you to build off this truth. You are either truth in itself or the destination of truth. Either way, truth is meant to be had. And in this, however you discover the truth, you can actually finally discover what has been holding you back. It kind of reveals your heart. All of a sudden, your heart with this truth has something to kind of break it free. And that is what you represent, is finding this truth, discovering this truth, and actually letting your heart find its escape, find its momentum, find its worth. What you're stepping into ultimately, what you're stepping into energetically with an outside influence in March is the High Priestess. It looks like you are stepping into finding the truth of the situation. Not only is it being brought to you by someone that really knows what's going on, they can kind of see the reality of the situation despite the chaos or despite the gray, but I can tell you who's stepping into your life or what's stepping into your life is someone that is extremely intuitive. This person ultimately has a gift of sight. In this energy, you are seeing the polarity of your situation and seeing opportunity of growth. This information, what it is that you're seeing, what's being revealed, is helping you kind of cast that first stone to create this foundation. So you see this stone here? That's the first stone that's being cast because of this High Priestess, this knowing. what you hope and what you fear in this situation is the Eight of Pentacles, is actually putting more work into it, actually seeing if you take the next step, and if you actually invest a little further, if you actually physically put more work into this, will it grow, and will you see enough growth to the point where you can live in this actual material, where you can actually be a part of this happiness, physically be a part of it. That's what you hope for and what you fear at the same time. You want to be physical. You want to have this moment to connect. You want to see your hard work pay off. But at the same time, it's very intimidating, because this means that it's here and it's matching you, and it means something. And now you have something more. You have opportunity to give into this and to see what happens if you put more into it. So with the 8 comes the 9, and the 9 is your outcome. We'll get into that in a second, but in the near future, let's focus on that. In the near future, it looks like, even if you, because there's so much energy of you knowing, or this energy knowing, it's almost like you can clearly see, you can foresee what's going on. You're pretty clear on this this story outline. You know where this is going. Ultimately, your situation states there's a clear moment, a serendipitous moment, where things, all of that need, everything that doesn't belong to you energetically is falling away, and this is going to be sudden. So ultimately, energetically, this means divorce. This means losing your job. This means losing everything that you have. All of a sudden, like what you thought you had before, all of a sudden, I mean, it's been hanging on for too long. There's something energetically that has to happen, and it's happening now, and it happens fast, and ultimately it's revealing the truth, and it's taking anything that isn't meant for you away, and ultimately giving you the chance to rebuild this new beginning. So I used to, and at the beginning of my reading, I used to describe the castle, or the tower, as rebuilding your castle. The castle that you were living in was your false representation of where you used to live, and what you desired, and what you thought you want. But ultimately, life happens, and through this, you're understanding that this is just not meant for you, and ultimately, you're too big for this. Your energy is too big for this, meaning that every time that you step into it, or you live, or you be a part of this energy, you make it expand, you make it shed, you make it fall apart, you make it kind of reveal its instability. Ultimately, through time, you are dismantling the situation, revealing ground zero, what it is that you're actually meant for. Slowly but surely, but if you kind of look at this in the upright position, which is happening in your energy, despite your knowing of this tower moment, it's going to happen, whether you like it or not. It is happening. You are going back to ground zero to rebuild. You have something to rebuild. It's really about you seeing the light in this situation and prioritizing what it is that's happening in your energy. Your outcome in this energy is the 9 of Cups, and with the 9 of Cups, you are surrounded with anything and everything that could make you happy. You have so much in your energy that brings fulfillment and joy, and ultimately you're living in this. You are not only happy and content, or no, you're happy. This is feeding you. It's giving you this positive backup, ultimately leading you towards your 10 of Cups. And that, I can tell you, Mr. or Mrs. Aquarius, that is the bottom deck energy. That is exactly what you're stepping into. You have found your happiness. You have found your happily ever after. And I can tell you, this person, whoever it is that you're waiting for, once this tower moment ends, once the dust settles, this 10 of Cups is waiting for you. You will find your partnership, and from this, find complete happiness and fulfillment and grow from this. Ultimately, finding Aquarius, your perfect partner. This is literally, I don't know, did I say it at the beginning? Twin flame energy. Literally, you guys, this is your true counterpart. This is a true partnership. The Queen and King of Swords have met each other, and because of this, it's kind of stripping you away of whatever doesn't belong to you, and obviously feeding you truth and putting you on the right course, and ultimately aligning you with your higher self. You are an Aquarius. This is air energy, and ultimately you are finding your counterpart. And whoever this is, I can tell you, if they're not a psychic, they are so connected and aware of what's going on. And I can tell you, once you connect with them, that you're going to talk to them, just be like, you know, have a conversation about a dream they had at some point. Just be like, I had the same freaking dream. If you understand what I'm saying, there's a massive connection. This is divine. Okay, wow, this is a very long reading, Aquarius. Hui. Moving to charms. Aquarius. Right, see, yes, it is the 10 of Cups. You are, this is, okay, Aquarius, right in the heart of the matter is the 10 of Cups and the Death card. They both came out during your reading. Through this transition, you have to understand that the movement that you're going into after you let this ending, clear ending go, this is changing into something more beautiful, and it's revealing itself to be now. It's happening right now. This is clearly a rebirth from something that was dark, ultimately revealing a super exciting partnership that's in the horizon, ultimately leading you to your complete happiness and fulfillment, everlasting love. It looks like in your energy, it's really important for you to take a leap of faith and believe in this. Do not be jaded in your past, or let whatever has fallen apart in your past keep you back from your possibilities and moving in your future. Finding this sun and joy and happiness, it's here. Yes, this 10 with this numeral number. So the 10 here states that this is your happily ever after, and then the 2 of Cups. Oh my God. This is your soulmate, twin flame, forever, ever, ever after. This is your happily ever after. Very good. And I just got a vision of Beauty and the Beast. That story is very, very connected to this energy. The 2 of Cups. You are meeting your partner. This is union. Union is here, and you have so much to give into this, and so does this other person. And you will find that when you meet, when you have your union, everything that you have is being matched equally. This is so beautiful. It's important for you to find creativity. Your creativity is extremely important right now. Focus on your creativity, and it is fulfilling you, ultimately helping you move through this. God, can you guys see the charms? Just look at them. They're beautiful. Okay. moving to yes or no. No wonder I've spent a little extra time with you. This reading is intense and beautiful. I love your energy and I can't get enough of it. Aquarius, thank you so much for liking this video. It really does help my channel and I really appreciate you guys. If you want to leave a comment, I would love to connect with you guys. Get to know you guys. Okay. All right, Aquarius, from the heart of the mat, no, yes or no. Just understand this yes or no answer is reliant of me reading energy. Energy in itself is constantly moving and changing. So can this answer. So don't live on it like it's life or death. But here we go, yes or no. I love this energy. I'm just gonna sit here for a sec. Okay, yes, my answer is yes. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. I look forward to seeing you in the future, especially if you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want to get notified when I put out new content. Bye.